Hello all, this is Dswank. I am in Imperium Galactica 2, Alliances. Granted, Alliances isn't in the Steam Workshop page describing it. It is on the discs, however, that describe it. And, well, this is an interesting game. It came out in 99, same year the original Homeworld came out, uh, which seems off. But yeah, I wasn't in high school yet, so yeah, that probably is right. Um, let's see. We have what was cool about this game, and it is one of the first 3D grand strategies that I can remember that on the scale of things like, well, Stellaris, and to a limited extent, it's kind of in a similar vein of Star Wars Empire at War, and others. Now, you had single player, which was the menu I was in right there. You have multiplayer, and also I should add, I don't know how this is going to work because the game itself has I have a dual monitor setup, and it's actually I have game menu on my second monitor. So I don't know how this is going to view when I come back from recording, but yeah. Now we have the campaign, and originally each faction had their own CD that you played. So you have the Solarians, which are basically humans, Solarian. Turbulent history, which caused unrest even in the enlightened times. The Solarians are an innovative race with strong research capabilities, although they are distinctly average in other areas. Okay. The Shinari are a weak race in terms of military capability, but do have excellent diplomatic and intelligence skills. This enables them to achieve their goal of profiteering from the conflict between other empires. So these guys, humans are kind of the average. They research slightly better than everybody else. These guys are really good in diplomacy. The research is relatively good, but they also are really good at trade and things like that. That's where their strength is. And then you have the Krahen. And give me a sec, my headset is beeping at me. The Krahen are very militaristic, natives of another galaxy, ruthless savage warriors. Their only goal is to eliminate all alien life forms using their superior military capabilities, but they must remain hidden until the time is right. So, Yukazong Vong, basically. But yeah, we have. Let's go with the Solarians. And then you have your difficulty options. Let's go easy just so I can show things off. Now, each race originally had their own CD. And then you had these lovely cutscenes, which I loved. Now, remember, this game is almost 20 years old now.
Formation. Use every advantage we have. Someone is behind you.
Joe? Someone's on your tail. I'll be there in a second.
I see
Hurry
it.
up,
Don't
Joe.
worry, I'll lose them soon.
I'm flying in 3.
They're heading towards our Corvette. Let's stop them.
I'm here, Alpha 2.
We mustn't let them land. Look out, pilot eject. Pull her up.
B-726 is down.
Alpha, lead a team. We lost the Corvette. Let's prepare for landing.
The CGI was pretty bad. Well, it was good at the time, but it's pretty bad now. It looks kind of funny. But it was really good at the time.
Let's follow the river.
Follow the river. But yeah, each race has their own intro animation to some extent. The Solarians have the most in-depth.
Loyal subjects, we are living in violent times. Within the Empire, a small minority of treasonous citizens attempt to ignite civil war. Outside of our borders, the forces of those who would oppress the human race are growing steadily. But we will not be denied our destiny. One day soon, the human race will enter a new phase in its evolution. A phase that will leave us with an unprecedented superiority over our foes. The 4 lost crystals, the tears of the gods, hold the key to this future. But they have been taken from us as a test of our righteousness. We must begin the search for their recovery immediately. And even though it may be our sons, or even our grandsons who finally complete the task, none of us must shirk this responsibility. But it will not be easy, and the path ahead is dark and forbidding. That is why I have volunteered to be placed in suspended animation, so that in the future I may rise again and lead your descendants to their birthright. Then, godlike in our power and wisdom, mankind will bring the entire galaxy under our dominion.
So yeah,
Congratulations on your appointment as the Solarian Emperor. The growth of the Empire should be your prime concern, and suitable planets should be located and colonized as soon as possible. You should also keep a watchful eye on the religious sect known as the Brotherhood of Tears. Membership of this cult has grown steadily over the past few years, and they are putting their considerable resources into locating the 4 lost crystals of knowledge. If the crystals are found, it is rumored that Kaileron himself, the founder of the Brotherhood, will return to active life from suspended animation. If this is true, his return could seriously upset the stability of the Empire.
okay, so yeah, we have our brief discussion on, or brief intro there. Now, what we have our 2 planets, and Magellan 7, Magellan 4. We have a fleet, 2 tanks, a terraformer ship, 4 destroyers, 1 colonization ship, 8 fighters. Okay, well, there's Magellan 6. Let's terraform it. And you have speed clickers up here. Up here, we have our research. This is quick access for your research. And the research costs money. You have all these here, and then you have spies. So let me go to spying. Decide later. This is our current spy. He's kind of funny looking. Counterintelligence. Okay.
Research is complete.
side layer later. And then we can continue researching. Just so I can hire another spy. I will be showing some things off. Now we're in the SimCity part. Now, no. Yeah, there we go. We've got all this stuff that we can select and build. And I want to build a new spy center. Right there. And you have power plants, police station, hospital, building research, tank research, fusion plants, park, large houses, food factory, and things like that. So, and we can up the speed a little bit. And I'm going to do a little more research, and then I'll talk about some of the other things. You have production, we can build here. We want a colonization and a terraforming ship to be built so we can work on that planet. And then you eventually have... okay, well, I don't have access to the diplomacy screen because we don't know anybody.
Research is complete.
Enhanced radar. Let's get those taken care of. And... oh, that's why things are running slow. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We have another screen here you can interact with. You have resources, money, and things like that. I'm going to ship production. New message. Pirate stronghold has been... okay, so... star map. Magellan 10. Well, we really don't have the fleet capacity at the moment to challenge these fools. So what I'm going to do is we're going to
Research is complete.
pause, actually. We're going to bring up research. We're going to research the bar, because that's going to be difficult to research. Go to design. And right now we can... you don't design your fighters. Your fighters are just flat how they function. And they're fairly simple looking, but they're pretty good. Now, the destroyer. This is your base ship. And I do realize that certain things are kind of out of sync. But you can either create a new design, you can redesign, creating a new design based on this, and make variants of your destroyers, or you can upgrade. You can choose to auto-design, or you can come over here and collect, I want that, I want enhanced radar, I want heavy lasers, and we don't have any rockets. And then you go, okay, and you can choose to rebuild these ships later, or do it now. And I'll do it now. And then you have your space base, which I don't have any, so I'm not that worried about it. And production, yeah. So,
Reporting, sir.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
move over here, and hopefully we have a combat screen, so I can show off that part. Now, I'm supposed to be able to just scan left and right, like up and down, but
Overrun by your forces.
okay. I wasn't able to due to stupid things. Now, we land our tanks. Okay. That is their one tank. So what I'm going to do
Yes,
we're going to keep
Awaiting
these
orders.
two
All right.
together.
Acknowledged. On my way. Acknowledged.
Okay, make sure they're both able to move.
Target
And
acquired.
engage.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we burnt that one tank down. Fairly simplistic, actually. New message has arrived. Okay. We've gained resources, and yay. Okay. Now, I can't research anymore because I don't have, well, technological. Okay, I don't have the facilities to build researching at. So,
Yes?
this is going to also be technological. And now we can do advanced fighter and star map. We're at star map. You've got this with research. I never was in a rush for better research, but you can double your money that's spent and basically double or speed up the research speed. You've got days left, money left, cost of money research, and then over here you have like tank bodies, tank weapons. Here you have spaceships, sensory weapons, shields and engines, bombs and space bases. Here you have buildings, civilian buildings, defensive guns, like things that shoot into orbit. Here you have research buildings. Production and research and things like that. And you have power plants and other sorts of things. So, yeah. And all three races tend to have the basics are all the same. So they don't really change that much. And I should have done terraforming first.
Research is complete.
Alright, and then heavy destroyer, so we can get kind of a look overall at what all the different how a new ship works and things like that. Alright, terraform. But there are concepts in this game that are in a lot of other the 4Xs now. And there are things in this game that 4Xs now don't do. Especially the space. The last time I can think of a game that did a good job doing the multiple... yeah, you're gonna stay civilian, actually. Hyperdrive 2. Doing a good job with ships, or multiple... You having... having ships on the, or a real-time battlefield in space and on a planet was Star Wars, the Star Wars Empire at War. And that's part of the reason why I love that game, is that it was more modern, and this is just a lovely game. In concept, there's some things about it that should have...
A new spy has arrived at your spy base.
Probably would be better, but, okay, spying. I want to hire a spy. Gilroy. Okay. Hire spy.
Research is complete.
I want to give you... We can steal from the Toulon. Okay. And we're going to do pulse laser, and we're going to go to the diplomacy screen. That's something I haven't shown yet. We have the Tolan Empire. Space slugs. Negotiate. Talk about. Improve relationship. Send acknowledgement. Tolian. There's 6 alien races that you can encounter. So that is kind of slim when you think about it. You've also got your money up here, which I never really had to worry that much about. Looks like this may be a tight game right now. Because I'm also not...
The mission.
well.
Research
Okay.
is complete.
Research torpedo. Spying. Let's tell the spy. Okay. Mission. Counterintelligence. Okay. And they keep leveling. Oh, I forgot I can spend... Let's make you more loyal. And Kilroy, do you have points? You're good. Good at... Yeah, that'll be good. And we'll produce... Not here. Off. But yeah, you can, like here, I can produce tanks here. And here, colonization, terraforming ship. You've got options to increase the number of them you build just at infinite. And you can build several through here. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. I like the way the system is set up. Now, let's go to design. So, we have the advanced fighter. There's the normal fighter. The advanced fighter. Looks kind of mean, kind of Star Wars inspired. You have the destroyer. Which, if that's the bridge, I don't know what all these lights and things on it are. I think they're just to make it look kind of nifty. And then heavy destroyer. As you can see in the model, there's not really a difference. So, upgrade, auto design, energy shields. See, the heavy destroyer can have energy shields, but the regular destroyer cannot.
Research is complete.
Yay, torpedo research is done. Recreation center. And focus on... If you focus on civilian over others, you get more money. You can have them focused on trade. Civilian gives you a higher tax income. Also, you can look, you have morale here. Problems, 14%, 15% too high taxes. So, yeah. Got all that. Solar plant. And actually, I might run out of money if I'm not careful. Yeah, we're not gonna do any more research for a while. Terraform. And yeah, so you've got your income over here. I'm actually not making anywhere near the kind of money I'm used to having coming in. So, colonize. Off. So we're gonna build heavy destroyers. Some of those. And research the Corvette. Yeah, Corvette, that's a good one to research. Because it's a different hull. Not significantly different, but you can see that it is a different hull type. And again, that's... and here's something else. Honored to speak with you. Rank Fulsome. He has a heavy destroyer. He cost 3,000 credits. And his experience in battles raises the whole fleet's attack skill by 14%. Alright. So there's Rank Fulsome.
On my way. Reporting, sir.
Right. Unfortunately, that is a cost that is always going to be there. It doesn't go away. So it is somewhat pricey, having a AI or a hero in essence. Alright. Now let's... Yay, Corvette's done researching. And look at all that unlocked. It unlocked a lot of stuff. Track tank is worth researching, honestly. Tanks are fairly inexpensive. We'll go to design now. Okay, we have the Corvette. Look at all that change in design there. Such a drastic modification. I know, it's amazing to look at, isn't it? But upgrade. Right now we have nothing in that can be placed in either of those. In the gun pod, we can research the neutron gun and like ECM, and those two would fill in those two pods.
Your orders.
And let's
Yes,
move
sir.
this fleet over here. Income. See taxes help. New message. Requesting payment. $3,000 every year. Not that bad. And no real research for now. No construction. And just let these things build up.
Research is complete.
Okay. How much? Not there. New message. Oh no, what does... bonus. Amar Sheldon. One heavy destroyer. Yeah, let's... He's a little more expensive than the other guy. But that's not
Awaiting
bad.
orders, sir. Acknowledged.
And we'll put them together and then figure out a way to buff our or are we going to divide our fleet?
Awaiting orders, sir.
Well, how you divide your fleet is you can put you here, 2 here, 2 here, 2, 3, 4, and 1 over there. And now we have 2 fleets.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to have them operate as 2 separate fleets. But, now we've got some money. Let's do that. New message. Offer long-term contract. Star map. There we go. And, yeah, I mean, this is kind of the basics of the game. This is...
Position, sir.
It's an
Aye, sir.
older game. I love it. It's really... A lot of people got their first start with 4X through Civilization. This is where I got my first start.
Acknowledged.
Was
Orders
this game.
received.
And I love it. The
Orders
concept of
received.
it implemented so many things that
Orders received.
games now are not
Position, sir.
are not implementing, or they're struggling to implement, which were, I mean, how hard is it to do ground
Receive
battles?
a diplomatic message.
Apparently a lot harder than I thought. Diplomacy. Tullian. Okay, talk about...
War has been declared.
Okay.
You received a diplomatic message. Research is complete.
Diplomacy. Okay. Our map. That was interesting. Diplomacy. What was that you were... I don't know what he was complaining about, but apparently we're at war.
Reporting orders received.
I have no idea why, but sure. And
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
this puts me about a half an hour in.
Acknowledged. Moving into position.
I had wanted to do a few more things.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get the Tolarians to
Research is complete.
actually send some fleet in so we can
An
attack.
enemy fleet has been spotted.
Ah, there we go. 4 ships, 38
Yes,
fighters.
sir. Target selected.
A lot more fighters than we have. But we're going to chase them down. We're going after them. Hopefully our fighters can... This is the last thing I really wanted to show. Here's our 8 fighters. Here's their fighter swarm. Here's their... They have destroyer, 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 destroyer.
Yes, sir.
None of theirs are... fighters I want on defense. Okay, they have a lot more fighters. Now, how do we want this? You can do your fleet formations. Was there one that put me up in their face? I think there was. 9 looks like the closest. And then check. Go in.
Acquired.
Let's get... Yeah, our fighter craft just got smashed. Alright. Our fleet, take out their ships, focus up down their capital ships,
Let's go. That's shot.
or their destroyers. They're not really capital ships. Now we are out of fighter craft.
Target destroyed. On the way. Target selected. Enemy
And we took out their ships. Now all that's left are fighters. And as you can see, we're slowly burning through their fighter fleet. Although they might take out a destroyer or two. 6 fighters. So we need to replace our fighter fleet. But we won.
Yes, sir.
And by the end of the game, you can have thousands. Like when I tested this out to make sure it ran on my machine, by end game, I played a game on easy in a couple hours. That was the other thing.
Yes, sir.
Persei, what are you? Aurora, Magellan 3. But yeah, I was able to
Yes,
well,
sir. Orders received.
have
Orders
2,000,
received.
over
Moving to
2,000
position,
fighter
sir.
craft in the map, or in the fight, which was
Enemy fleet
kind of
has been
epic.
spotted.
Orders on my way. Moving to new position, sir. Moving to
Chase it
attack.
down.
Yes, sir. Moving to new position, sir.
Colonize.
Your
And
planet has been overrun by enemy forces. Research is complete.
Take out the fleet.
Your orders. Yes, let's
The
go.
enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
And what did they leave here? They left what? One tank? Doo-doo.
Yes. Target acquired.
Move in. Let's chase this bugger down.
That's gotta hurt.
And now we have our planet back.
You occupied a planet.
Reporting, sir. Moving into
Now I move
position.
down here. And as I said, I mean, this is actually fairly simplistic compared to modern games, but still, it was epic for when it came out. So,
You received
I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at, well, actually, this has been a fairly in-depth look at Imperium Galactica 2, and why I love it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.